You know what, y'all? This motherfucker here, this is a bipolar ass team. Like seriously, but what the hell? All I can do is be happy. What up, y'all? It's your boy Cam James here, aka Mr. C Money. Y'all know what time it is. We gonna react to that Texans football. That Deshaun Watson and Will Fuller, baby. Y'all said got them glasses on. So here's how we gonna roll. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Today was a good game, y'all. I can't deny that, y'all. Man, but I said this, y'all. And really, all I can really do is focus on the offense because they moved the ball well. Deshaun got into a rhythm. See, the O-line looked in sync. You didn't really have too many bad plays today, but that's all I was saying. You know, last week I talked about, well, okay, so before you get the D-ball going, let's get the easy game going. The first half, a little shaky, but the second half, they just poured it on. I mean, they mixed in with some runs, mixed in a couple mixed in some short passes, mixed in a couple of ins and outs. Sean kind of fumbled, but he picked the guidance up. You know, you got to make a play. So, sometimes, it calls for them games to be, sometimes it calls for them kind of plays to be made like that. And honestly, y'all, Atlanta, because I said, man, this be a type of game where Atlanta be doing bad and they'll come out and they'll have their best game. The way it looked in the first quarter when Matt Ryan scored, I was like, oh, here we go. And I can't believe I'm saying this, Julio got shut down. I was like, what? I was like, wait a minute. Is Matt Ryan and the Falcons that bad? And I can't say J-Joe because they was moving Julio all around. And you know what? Just the overall effort today was just really flawless. I can't really say anything bad because the offense moved the ball today. And for anybody out there that said Carlos Hyde wasn't better than Lamar Miller, that's a joke. I mean, you can see this team in the way they moving the ball today. It was just on point. I mean, and shout out to my homeboy, Ari, y'all. Y'all don't know him, but that's my homeboy. He said this. Well, actually, I mentioned this, but I'm going to go ahead and give him some credit. He mentioned something today. He was like, hey, Cayman, I noticed something. When Deshaun Watson don't be D-Hop crazy and just look towards him, then you can tell the offense moves better. D-Hop may be like a second or third option. Not saying that D-Hop is still not a top 4, top 5 receiver. Deshaun Watson is a possession receiver. He's not really a fast receiver. So, when you try to look for him, they can kind of bracket him. And he's not really a guy that can kind of break down the coverage because he's not a fast receiver. He runs good routes. He's what you call excuse me, y'all. He is what you call what's the word I'm looking for? He's a conversion receiver, like on third down, goal line. That we can kind of use D-Hop, excuse me. D-Hop. And what we have to realize today, when Deshaun was going to Will Fuller mostly, like, I was like, okay, they getting the offense going because people respect Will Fuller, but he's not a household name. So it's like, okay, we can kind of back off Fuller. But as you see, you start to get more Will Fuller involved. Now everything else opens up. Deshaun get them 15 yards, them 10 yards D-Hop. as the second half started going on, and you wonder yourself, okay, why haven't they been doing this? And that's why they kind of fell in love with Kenny Stills, because Kenny Stills opened up the offense. And that's what I'm saying, y'all. This is the formula. And I mentioned this, part of the reason why they were saying they wanted D-Hop to work the slot a couple of years ago. I mean, because when you think about slot receivers, they're fast, but the more move the chain like Cole Beasley, like a Randall Cobb and Julian Edelman, receivers like that, you can say D-Hop is better than all those guys, but he has the catch speed and the radius, because he's not an Odell, he's not a Julio, he's not a Julio. He's not Antonio Brown before he messed up and got off the team. He doesn't have the elite receiver speed. He just got good routes and good hands, so he just make good catches. So what you do is you gotta use Will Fuller's speed and Kiki's speed and Kenny Stills' speed to open up those lanes so he can get open and make those third down catches, those red zone catches, because that's the type of receiver he is. Not to say he's not a still top 4, top 5 receiver. It's just the way it is. That's the way the offense is. Sometimes the speed can open up the middle of the field. Watch that Miami game, y'all. Last year, when they beat the Dolphins, it was the Dolphins. Will Fuller was open up the top, so DeAndre had the middle of the field to play with. That's what and that's what I'm gonna say. We can kind of credit Bill O'Brien for good, and Tim Kelly. We really got to credit Deshaun today for making the adjustments from last week, because he really could do the same thing to Carolina. It's just that I think they never got into a rhythm. A part of that, he was trying to feed D-Hop, and there's nothing wrong with that, because you want to feed your best receiver on the team, but at the same time, it's kind of like how my homeboy broke it down to me. One of the reasons why Matt Ryan and them kind of fell out the last 2 or 3 years, because they had Roddy Wright and Julio. And y'all remember when Roddy Wright and Julio first got, when they was like one of the best tandems in the NFL, they would use Julio to open up the defense, and Roddy Wright would catch all the possession passes. And that opened it up for everybody. Harry Douglas, Tony Gonzalez, the whole crew. So the formula is for this team is we have to get the other guys going. Because it's kind of like in basketball. Harden going to get everybody else going early, then kind of like mid-third, fourth quarter, he start taking over. So the same thing you could say for the Texans. If we use this formula where we have Will Fuller, Kenny Stills, and then let them break down the defense, just come across the middle or back shoulder fade, he can make his impact on the game. That's what I'm saying, y'all. It's not hard what they was doing. The only thing I knock from this game offensively is small, but Lord, y'all, can Bill O'Brien come up with some better run schemes? I mean, I'm wrong. They had a good game. I'm being nitpicky, but what I'm saying is I don't mind you running the ball, but for about 3-4 plays, I'm like, why you keep running zone read run, or why do you run the same? Mix up your run schemes. I was saying last week about mixing up your overall scheme to throw the defense off, but now I'm saying you need to mix up your run schemes. Don't run the same. Okay, you ran zone left. Don't run zone left 2-3 more times. Maybe zone left, maybe a power, maybe a reverse. You can still run the ball if you want to establish the run, but make up different kind of runs. Don't just do the same run. That's my only pet peeve with Bill O'Brien. I'd be like, or Tim Kelly, whoever making the play call, mix up the schemes. Don't just sit there, because it worked 1 or 2 times in a row, and okay, third time to Sean. Nah, you got to mix it up. But overall, I can't really complain, because that second half performance was on point. I can't even lie about that, y'all. That was Deshaun Watson's one of his best games. You can say the Seattle game, but that was more of his coming out part. But this was a game where he didn't throw. I don't think he threw no picks. No, he didn't throw no picks. 5 touchdowns, and he only had 5 incompletions. Like, that's insane. I'm like, okay. And y'all, Pat Mahomes didn't look well in his game. So now you see the potential. Like, Deshaun could be right on that level with Pat Mahomes. Like, it shouldn't take a genius to know, okay, let's get this. Okay, it's a rhythm offense, as Bill O'Brien loved to say. So, okay, let's get the others involved, then get D-Hop involved later. That formula today, and I agree with a lot of people saying today, you don't need to put up 45, 50 points every game. But with this talent, you shouldn't be no less than 25 to 28 points. Because every game, she's not going to let you put up 40 or 50. But you should be more than, you should be 25, 28. That's your range. That's your scoring range. Matter of fact, that's an elite level of scoring range of an elite offense. It's 25, 28, maybe 30 points. You shouldn't have no 10-point, 13-point, 12-point game. You shouldn't have them kind of games. You're not Arizona. You're not Buffalo. You're not the Redskins. You're not the Dolphins. You have a talented offensive team. From the O-line to the receiving core to the running backs, the quarterback especially, you should have more than 10 points almost every game. So, with that being said, y'all, I really can't say anything, but I have to give our offense an A+. I mean, they pretty much moved the ball. They pretty much got what they wanted. Will Fuller was just eating them corn like they was lunch. Like, it didn't even mean nothing. Like, Will Fuller was just playing with them. Like, oh, God, y'all, that last route that Will Fuller ran on Desmond Trufant, I said, man. I'm like, okay, Fuller, I see you, bro. All right. But that's, now, yeah, everybody ain't going to agree with what I'm going to say, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Will Fuller runs the best routes on the team, better than D-Hop. Now, here's the thing. To me, the only thing that D-Hop has is hands. Like, to me, that's the only thing D-Hop has is hands. Not saying he can't run routes. Not saying that he can't do yard to catch, but he needs Fuller or King Still. He needs that elite speed at number 2 and number 3 receiving to open up the space for him to work. He's not a burner. He's just a guy that can take his catches and get them in chunks. He's not a guy that's gonna burn you. He never has been. He's just a guy that can get downfield, make a good 40-yard catch, but he's not a guy that's gonna burn you. So, and the running game, that was textbook because Carlos Hyde was just, he only had 60 yards and Duke only had 60. Them were impactful 60 yards. It's kind of like when I say about Khalil Mack or I say about guys who get stats. Your numbers are there, but they didn't impact the game. Because if you just got numbers, that don't mean nothing. Matt Ryan had 330 yards, but it didn't mean nothing because they lost. Like, so numbers don't mean anything. It's about what are you doing with those numbers. Hell, one person can have like a 30-yard catch, but maybe that one catch for 30 yards can impact the game. And for sure, both Duke Johnson and Carlos Hyde, 60 yards apiece, both impact the game because it ate up clock. It got the linebacker shifting. We was able to play action. We was able to do what we wanted to do. This reminded me of the Tennessee game of Deshaun's rookie year when they put up 50 plus and Deshaun had like almost 300 yards. He had like 4 touchdowns. And I ain't the biggest Bill O'Brien fan, but he said something in the locker room. We should expect this. We should not have a drop-off when it comes to the Texans offense. 25, 28 points or more, depending on how the day going. You shouldn't have no less. You shouldn't have no less than that. But overall, I was impressed, and we got to bring that same fight to Kansas City because that's going to be the real test. Now, let's get to the defense. They played pretty well. But I'm going to still say this is a fraud defense Because like I say, as much as the offense has played well, but this is kind of what I was talking about doing my preseason predictions. The offense is going to have to win you a lot of games because, okay, y'all, the score is 25-40. You stop the Falcons, the game is over. How the heck did Jay, and I'm going to say it again, and for anybody out there that's defending this, for the love of God, matter of fact, take off my damn glasses when I say this. J. Joe needs to retire. For the love of God. Look, y'all not watching this. I know I am. Every team is going after him. Like, we just ain't played nobody who's been able to just, really take advantage of his age. Calvin Ridley, even though he in his third season, Calvin Ridley, man, it was just eating his lunch money today. Anybody who he guarded pretty much got a pass today. Like, okay, and here's the crazy part, you really can't bench him because you don't have no corners. Like, Keon Clausen, whatever that corner we got from New England, Xavier Crawford, he was a healthy scratch. So I'm like, okay, so you really don't have no trouble to play him. Now, everybody been talking about on Twitter about Jalen Ramsey and Deshaun and Jalen Ramsey's agent hanging out. First of all, like I told my homeboy, I don't see Shaw come from Jacksonville. All right, here you go, man. All right, man, you want to leave? All right, go. Nah, I don't see that because you're not going to let a Pro Bowl top 2 corner. It's not going to happen until the offseason comes with the official free agent. I don't see that, y'all. And honestly, the Lonnie, I like him, rookie. Man, he can't play the slant, y'all. I mean, I know he's a rookie. He's getting his feet wet, but, oh, man. Now, based on what we've seen from Kansas City tonight, you can make the argument that you're not going to struggle, but to me, the Colts' corners are a little bit better than ours because they scheme is a little bit better than Romeo. Now, I know they're going to say, well, Romeo did a good job. He's all right, but play Atlanta. Atlanta ain't been right since they lost Super Bowl against the Patriots. They ain't been right, period. So, it was an overall good win, but that defense that's the formula. These high-powered offense, you're going to have to put up 40 to 45 points. And you want to beat these elite teams. Now, maybe them subpar team like the Raiders, you got coming up, maybe the Broncos, and, teams like that, but maybe Jacksonville. But you're going to have to put up points. 30 to 40. That should be your range if you're the Texans offense. 30 to 40 should be your range because your defense going to give up 25 to 30. Like, the only reason why Carolina, the Panthers, doing low-scoring games because the quarterback play wasn't that decent. But against elite competition, Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, Matt Ryan not be the most winning quarterback. He's still a top 20 quarterback. Regardless of what you say about him, he's still a top 20 quarterback. That's what I'm saying, y'all. But overall, I like what I saw. I was impressed with what I saw. And if you keep this formula, oh, Lord, might eat my words. It might go 10-6 or 11 if you might, if you keep this formula. Don't try to, as they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't try to fix it if it ain't broke. Now, let's get into this Kansas City preview. Kansas City and Texans preview. Woo! That's going to be a big game, y'all. I picked us to lose again. Now, they making me mad because I picked us to lose against Atlanta. And I picked us to somehow lose to the Chargers. I'm like, okay. The only game I should have been right about. No? Well, the only game I been right about was the Saints and the Carolina game, but oh man, they're making me out to be alive. I mean, but hey, even though I said 5-11, 6-10, I can still happen. But oh Lord, I'm about to come on here and eat some crow. But it is what it is. I want my team to do well. Honestly, I'm just making my prediction, but I want us to do well. I'm happy that we won and all this. I would love to be wrong because it would make me so proud that the Texans can do well this year. You know, even though that was Atlanta, it was a good win, but we gotta pump our brakes. But I can't deny what I saw. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Now let's get to this Kansas City and Texas game next week. If y'all watched that game with the Colts and Chiefs, you know what they did? They played keep away. They ran the ball, and they didn't let Mahomes and that offense get deep. Now, they didn't have Tyreek Hill tonight. To me, he's like the upgraded version of Will Fuller to their offense. Even though Kansas City got a bunch of speedy weapons, Tyreek Hill opens up the whole offense. So with that being said, and he supposed to be coming back against us. I kind of hope he don't play, but they said chance to come back against us like 90%. I'm like, oh, man. So, if the Texans can control the clock, if they can run short passes like they did today, I don't mind the deep shots. I don't mind that. But do it when it comes. Don't force it. Do it like you did today. Let it come. Don't force it. Let it come. You want to burn that clock because that's what the Colts did. They ran, they owned time possession, and they beat up Pat Mahomes. Now, I don't know how the Texans, they linebackers and with JJ and Whitney and all them, if they can keep Mahomes in the pocket, because he's only better to me when he scrambles. I still say he got an edge on Deshaun, only because of the throws he makes, but right now, as far as young quarterbacks, Mahomes and Deshaun are the top 2 quarterbacks right now. Like, it's not even close. And Mahomes lost tonight, and he still threw 300. I'm like, man, come on, man. How the hell you score 13 points and still throw 315 yards? But then again, I really can't talk because the Texans put up 19 points with Deshaun throwing for 365 against the Cowboys last year. So, I get what they're saying, but okay. All right, Texans. Y'all make me, I'm gonna be mad as hell next week. But I'm gonna go ahead and I pick us to lose this game. I'm gonna go ahead and change my mind. But y'all motherfuckers sit there and make me look bad. I'm gonna roast y'all asses. I got the Texans, y'all, beating Kansas City 38-34. Gonna come down to a defensive stop. I hope I'm wrong. 38-34. Texas win by 4. Deshaun gonna throw for 350. D-Hop gonna have 2 touchdowns. Will Fuller gonna have 1, and the tight end gonna have 1. Deshaun gonna throw 4 tubs again. So that's pretty much it, y'all. And I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. Get ready for the week of work. Get ready for this game next week. Remember, y'all, like and subscribe to my page. I'm going to start doing these Rockets games because we got preseason. We done had 2 games. I want to see how Westbrook plays. So I don't want to do a reaction yet. I want to see how Westbrook start playing. By 3rd, 4th, 5th preseason game, I'm going to start doing my video of the Rockets, y'all. Y'all, it's time to celebrate. We going to crash it in for the night. This your boy, Cameron James here. I'm a holler. Peace.